Good morning or good evening, and welcome to Mate's virtual back to school night. My name is Mr. Kelsey, and I teach GIS. My contact information is below. Um, Please feel free to reach out to me at any point during the semester if you have any questions, comments, that sort of thing. A little bit about me, for those of you who haven't had me before. I hold a master's in environmental science from Stockton University. My undergrad was from Rowan, and I've had 14 years of classroom experience, both at the high school level and at the university level. I've had 11 years of outdoor education experience with New Jersey Division of Fish and Wildlife as a program director out at Sedge Island. The classes that I teach are biology with freshmen, GIS as the senior elective, research methods, and I'm also one of the student research advisors. So, moving online, as with all the other staff here, we're utilizing Google Classroom as the main source of information for all lectures and assignments, notifications that come up throughout the semester, and also the Meet and Zoom links will be provided on there throughout the semester. So I provide the lectures ahead of time, so that way the students have access to them both in class and at home. And assignments will be posted up on Classroom, and completed assignments will also be then submitted to Classroom. As they get graded, they'll be graded on Classroom first, and then those grades will be formally posted on Parent Portal, so that way you guys have access to them as well. I'll do that about every week or so, depending on how many assignments are due. I grade on the point system, so I don't use any sort of percentages, and I don't weight any of my categories differently either. I just give larger point values to the larger assignments. So we're moving along with a hybrid class structure. So the lectures will be as continuous as possible, meaning that as I give lectures, it will be both in person, and then students at home will follow along as well. And that'll be done through Zoom or Meet. So that way, if they have questions as we go, they can still participate. Assignments and activities, GIS is a computer-based class, so the work that we do in school is going to be done in person. However, there will be some assignments done at home as well, but it'll just kind of rotate for the time being. I am looking into getting at-home software accounts for each student, so that way they can follow along and continue their work at home as well. But that'll take a few more days or so, as long as the Esri company is kind of working with us here, and they are. So I'm confident in that. Any assessment will also be virtual, so that'll be done through Google Classroom as the platform. Topics covered. What is GIS? This is the main question that we introduce in the beginning, and it's just building maps through geographic information systems. So taking all the different layers of data, like roads and rivers, tree cover, buildings, all of these different things from a variety of different sources, and then constructing a multi-layered map that can then be used to answer questions or solve problems. It's a really useful tool and applied in a variety of fields, from medical to law enforcement to politics to everything you can imagine. It just kind of visualizes the data with a locational spin on it. So we'll be working on a number of mapping projects using the Esri ArcMap software. Often students that are conducting independent research or field research can kind of dovetail their work in class with the work that you're doing at home or independently. So each spring, after the class is completed, we'll vote on a number of students that will actually be able to take their map posters that they make during the semester and compete with the NJDEP mapping contest. We've always competed very well there, to the point where they've made our own special category, a student category, and hopefully that will be worked out for this spring as well, perhaps a virtual forum, not really sure yet. So that about sums it up. If you have any questions or comments throughout the semester, again, please reach out to me, shoot me an email, a phone call, and I'll be happy to get back to you. Thanks. Have a good night.